Good morning. Here with your daily devotional for October 26th from Courage to Change. Having a little coffee and conversation this morning. So let's see. October 26th. I remember others' unkind words vividly. Criticism sent me reeling. Snickers crippled me for days. It never occurred to me that I was being abused or that harsh words could be untrue. Everyone seemed to know just how wrong I was, and my identity was bound up in a knot of shame. My self-esteem sank lower and lower. I, in turn, treated others cruelly. I found it great fun to assault someone's character in the company of friends. For a few minutes, I felt better about myself, but not for long, and only at other people's expense. Gossip never enriched anyone's character. It was only an excuse to avoid focusing on myself. Today's reminder: many of us tend to react rather than act. When we hurt, we may want to strike out and hurt someone else. In Al-Anon, we learn that we can interrupt this automatic response long enough to decide how we really want to behave. Someone else's unkindness is no reason for me to lower my standards for my own behavior. When I take responsibility for my actions, regardless of what other people do, I become someone I can be proud of. When I feel good about myself, it's much easier not to take insults personally. If one throws salt at thee, thou wilt receive no harm unless thou hast sore places. A Latin proverb. I'm going to read that again. I think I'm blurry today. Or is that my eyes? I'm having massive allergies, so I can't see very well. Ooh, you know what is funny is y'all get my morning hair most mornings. I'm fresh out of bed when I come sit with my coffee and do this, and I really like it that way, but you get to see what I look like fresh out of bed. I'm going to read that proverb again. If one throws salt at thee, thou wilt receive no harm unless thou hast sore places. Latin proverb. This one's really interesting to me because I think for myself personally, everyone else being happy has always been really important to me. And unkind words they just feel brutal to me. Like when someone says something unkind, it just feels brutal. I remember one time specifically at an event, standing in the hallway and hearing someone say some things, in jest, I suppose, because it came with a smile after or whatever, but the things that were said were not kind. And I remember how badly that hurt, and it was just this instant, do you not like me? Because I would never say something like that about you. And, so it was an awareness for them, I think, and for me. And, I can remember another relationship I had that was really important to me, that the way that they joked, their jokes were always at the expense of me or someone else. And I've never thought that was funny. I always feel like if it hurts another person, it's not funny. It's not like, I think that is a way of saying something that you don't want to take responsibility for saying. So it's passive aggressive, and I can't stand it. And probably, I don't know. I can't necessarily recall that growing up specifically, but throughout, I can recall it in relationships starting in high school. Very much so, like being treated as if I was ridiculous, and like little comments and things. And what a terrible feeling. What a truly terrible feeling it is to have someone that you love poking at you in that way. And it definitely is maybe a form of gaslighting that, these words get tossed around so frequently, but, maybe passive aggressive, a real passive aggressive approach to not taking responsibility for how you actually feel about a person or a situation or other things in your life, creative avoidance. Listen, I can be pretty good at creative avoidance. I can avoid a lot of things by busying myself with a lot of other things.